So what we're going to do is go through the updates for this year. There's some registration changes that needs to be addressed. For anybody that doesn't know what miCHILIgan is, it's a group hammock camping weekend in Deep Lake Campground in Middleville, Michigan, so southern Michigan. We just get together and have food, have just hang out with each other around the campfire, uh, did different activities. They're a lot of fun. My name's Stephanie. I'm the event coordinator for miCHILIgan. I kind of run the behind the scenes and this and that where the board needs me. And speaking of the board, I want to go through who our core team is, as well as introduce our brand new core team member and get to know him a little bit. All right, so we have our core team, which is our leadership team. Me, as I mentioned, duh. We have our meals coordinator, who is Josh. If y'all were here last year, y'all saw the big kitchen. That was awesome. So he was in charge of that. He's back again this year. We love that. Our activities coordinator, Kelly, who took care of the hammock tour, all the classes. Last year we had 4 classes and then a guided hike, which John got to participate in.
Yep.
And she was on point with that. Y'all saw Ted making sure everything was set up where it needed to go. He had the washing station going, anything you needed to get. He was there. He was on it. This is his last year with us, but he is here again this year. We love it. So happy to have him back. And we also have Mr. John, who is our new marketing coordinator. So hi, John.
Hello.
We're really excited to have you here. Marketing is very important. That's a part that a lot of people don't see that's needed with an event this size. Right quick, what's your hammock story? Like, how did you get started with hammock camping?
Started off just one of those sort of rope hanging hammocks out in the yard that we had for years, and just, it's like, I could take a nap in this thing. And I started seeing about camping hammocks and this and that, and bought one of the cheaper ones you see on Amazon, and got it home, set it up, and it was horrible. So then I wound up finding a equip that I used for my first trip out, which was staying with family down in Illinois, because me and my mom went down for a trip and they only had one place to sleep in the house. I just slept out under the trees, and with that I was hooked. Upgraded to a one wind, and that's even better than the equip.
The one winds are great for beginner hammocks, especially. Like, a very economical choice.
Yep, and it may be going in the trade for this next miCHILIgan if I get my Majestic in time.
Last year was your first year at miCHILIgan.
It was.
What'd you think about your first year?
It was great. A little too warm than I expected, but it was good.
I tell you, I asked people, what's something we could get better? Trying to get feedback from people, and the very first thing is the weather. Like, I can't fix the weather. Michigan can't fix its weather. I'm sorry.
It wasn't so much weather. I was just looking forward to no mosquitoes.
That's true. So, have you been hammock camping with any other hammock campers before then?
No, that was my first actual getting out and camping with it. Other than being at the campground with our camper and setting it up out there.
Yeah. Well, you must have liked it because now you're our marketing coordinator. Drop a comment if you were at miCHILIgan last year, what your favorite part about miCHILIgan was. Because last year was just amazing. I loved it. I'm so excited to have, all those people, like everybody back. It's going to be amazing. You want to talk a little bit about what you're going to be doing?
So far, I've just been working on some site updates, taking care of the social medias, getting stuff posted out there, and stuff like that set up.
It's great to have you doing that because that's something I don't have to do. So
yep.
That's awesome. And this is our website. If it is miCHILIgan.com, don't put www. It won't work. Don't ask me why. Just miCHILIgan.com. miCHILIgan is at Yankee Springs Recreation Area. It's at the Deep Lake Campground. There's a pump on site. There's vault toilets. There is no electricity. So let's get that out of the way. Like, we didn't really have a problem with it except for needing more toilet paper occasionally.
Yeah, it seemed like a pretty good system.
So when is miCHILIgan hang? It is going to be the 2nd through the 4th of October. That Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So can you arrive earlier? Due to other circumstances, we're going to have to minimize the number of people we bring in on Thursday. That's going to be part of the registration that we'll get to here in a second. If you're flying in, There is an airport out of Grand Rapids. We will be having a shuttle service. If you give us a heads up on when you're flying in and out, we can drive you straight to the site. We did that last year and it worked out really well. So that was great. How much does it cost to attend? It is free. Show up. Let's see. Am I required to have a parking permit? If you live in Michigan, you already know about the parking permits for the state parks. If you don't live in Michigan, there are parking permits required to enter a state park. It's per day per car. You can go to the link on our website to purchase those parking permits. Don't quote me on the price as of right now, so that's something you're going to want to look it up. Now, if you don't like the rustics, there is a modern campground that's close by. You can always get your own site at the modern campground if you need the electricity. We do have firewood for the main campsite, but if you want firewood for your personal campsite, then you would have to bring it on your own. Are there enough trees for all hangers? So if you weren't here last year we just got brand new hammock stands put in to our campground around this whole area. So each one of these, supposed to be hammocks, but each one of these things represent a new stand that was put in. There was a space over here that you look out, there's just nothing but tarps. It was amazing. Did you see that, John? You were over there.
Yep, I was right over in section 2.
Yeah, it was like, you're in 2 or 3?
I think it was 3. Because I was over by Josh and them.
If you don't want to camp right with everybody, you're free to go down into the woods and camp. Watch out for poison ivy. You have been warned. Let's talk about meals. Meals are in a group. Normally, we only did Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, and Sunday morning. It's the only ones we offered, and the lunches were on your own. Last year, Josh was the beast he is, and wanted to do the Friday breakfast, Friday lunch, and Saturday lunch, and we never do that. And this year, he's wanting to do it pretty much all again. He's still want to do lunches, so Friday's a little up in the air, but we do Friday dinner, Saturday breakfast, dinner, and Sunday breakfast is taken care of. There's always food around, so you'll be fed. I will say, make sure to bring your own mess kit. Not everybody brought them last year. Luckily, we had some leftover paper plates that we were trying to get through, but we really need people to bring their own mess kits this year. So, speaking of that, the chili cook-off, which everybody that's here right now knows that the miCHILIgan is named after our chili cook-off. So, of course, we're doing it again. Do you have one that stood out to you, Josh?
Quite a few of them were, not that I remember, but they were all good that I tried. Definitely bring a muffin tin. That will be in my kit for this year.
Somebody brought those little muffin like wrapper things, and those just fit perfectly. So I think we're gonna get some more of those too. So we're gonna do the chili cook-off again. We don't have electricity, but some people do bring generators. So if you need a crock pot, just let us know. If you're not in a hammock but you want to come on in. If you want to hang in a hammock, we'll put you in a hammock. If you don't want to hang in a hammock, we'll still hang out with you. You can hang in somebody else's hammock. You can set up a tent. We have people come in RVs. Somebody was here in a Sprinter van last year, weren't they? Oh, hey, last one. And the last thing is, I mentioned the raffle. Last year, our raffle was pretty damn good because we had amazing companies. Like we had UGQ always donates. We have Majestic Hammock. Adam from Hammock Gear brought a whole set. Yobo Gear donated a stand. It's like we had so much gear. Did you get anything at the raffle?
I got some out of the smaller items. Yep.
Yeah, it was nice. Like, and this year I don't expect it to be any smaller. If anything, we may have even bigger raffles. I'm really looking forward to it. Now, all of our proceeds from our raffle go to the North Country Trail Chief Noonday Association. So the North Country Trail is a 4,000-ish mile long trail. There's a chapter that takes care of the southern Michigan portion called Chief Noonday. Last year we were able to donate $1,400 to them. We were extremely excited to give them that much money, and they were so thrilled with it. They got to do a lot of maintenance to the trail. They got put on the back burner, and now they had the chance to do it. Can you think of anything, John, that I know I haven't gotten to the registration yet, but we haven't talked about parking yet. So with parking, for those of you who went to miCHILIgan last year and there you saw all those hammock stands set up, we had an issue with some people parking in areas that hammocks could have been set up. So we are going to have to move parking around to the corner to the site 4. So you're allowed to, you can come up there, set your stuff up, but then we need you to move. That way the spaces can be used. That's a big update, and we are going to have to force that one. So keep that in mind whenever you show up, and we'll make more announcements about that too.
Is there parking available even further away, like outside of the group area?
Yeah, so there is parking at the entrance of the campground. There's a parking area. You can't park in any of the individual sites, but you can park at the entrance of the campground. So let's look at registration. So John has been working on this website. It's really neat that at the top here, it says registration will open. Well, once that ticks down, you're gonna have a big button that sends you straight to this webpage.
Yep. You click that link and it'll bring you right to the registration page.
And so right now what we're gonna do is go through the registration. If you were here last year, it's pretty much the same, but there are a few key things that you need to keep in mind. Now, if you're guest, obviously, you're just going to click on the guest. Vendors and organizations would be on the other one, but we're just going to go through the guest. It's most of it's a standard information. There was a confusion with the name tags. When you're filling this out, and we ask for your first and last name, and then we say, would you like a different name on your name tag? You don't have to put your name again. If you don't tell us your trail name, camp name, nickname, whatever, then we're just going to use your first name. Same for any other adults that are with you. And put their name, and if they have a trail name, put the trail name. Because not everybody knows somebody as John Smith. They may know him as Stud Muffin or something. I don't know. Others traveling with you, kids, teens, dogs, other pets, including husbands. Miss Carla show up twice now with cats. So, Evan?
That was a highlight for my son.
So for the names for your kids, teens, just put whatever name you want on their tag, however you want that to appear. Emergency contact, all the emergency information, the medical information, that kind of stuff is completely confidential, but we do need to know it in the event that something was to happen. What nights will you be attending? I brought this up, and this is the biggest change for miCHILIgan this year, is the Thursday nights. It's not on the registration. If you're wanting to come on Thursday, you can arrive earlier if you are a vendor or a volunteer.
You look silly.
If you want to volunteer in order to come in early on Thursday, yeah, you're going to need to email me at michiligan.hang@gmail.com. You just say, hey, I'm going to volunteer. And okay, cool. There's some reasons why we're having to do it this way, but it's been the best way we figured out how to do this. If things change, we'll let you know. But if you're camping in a hammock, tent, RV, select all that apply. We've had somebody that's like all 3.
Yeah, the one they had their hammocks hung in a tent.
Yeah, that was so cool. That's what I love about hangs. Like, you see stuff I never thought about doing. If you're bringing pets, keep them on a leash. Keep them under control. Pick up after them. You're responsible for if they misbehave around wildlife or other people or other dogs. Let's be responsible pet owners, please. Now, the hammock tour, we're actually not going to change this year. Everybody was so happy with how well it went. Start on one side of the loop and circle around and check out all the cool gear. If you want to show off your tarp, your hammock, you have a cool new custom underquilt. Like Carla has this custom cover she made for her hive. You see so many neat things. When you check in, sign up and we'll give you a paper to show that you're a stop on the hammock tour. Did you do the hammock tour, John?
Yep, I went around with it and it worked out great. And especially the walking tacos for lunch, it was perfect.
That's awesome. We're also doing classes again this year. These are the classes that may be available for us, depending on the amount of interest, the time allowed, and if we can find people that want to lead them. So if you're wanting to attend a class or lead a class, let us know, especially the 101s. If there's one that's not on here that you think would be interesting that you want to lead, mark it just below that. Are you going to lead any of them?
I was planning on assisting with the splicing
Oh,
if
you
we
gonna
have
help me
that
with
course.
splicing? Yeah, we'll definitely have splicing class. Most likely not. And we maybe doing a cooking class or two. And I'm hoping we may have a leave no trace person. Now, want to talk about the chili cook-off update. That was one of the things we got in our feedback from y'all. We had so many people last year. We had so much chili that not everybody could try everything. And it kind of became a little more chaotic than what it should be. Then we're going to have a separate chili cook-off sign-up sheet with a limited number of entries. We're going to announce when it comes out. You're going to have plenty of time to know. We're going to try that this year. We'll see how it goes, and we'll get your feedback again, see if that gets any better. I think this is going to be a good way to do the chili cook-off. The rules, tools, don't be a fool. Act like a human being. Be nice. Be respectful to everyone else. We haven't run into problems with this, so just keep it that way. The park people, they love us. Park ranger went up to a guest to find me to tell me how well that everybody was behaving, how surprised they were that nobody was putting nails in the trees or using chains. And I'm like, if anybody here had done that, first of all, I would highly doubt they would do it, but everybody else would be on them so hard about that.
Yep.
So that is our registration. John, do you have anything we need to?
Everything ran great last year, and I'm glad to be here to help with it.
I'm so happy to hear that people are coming back. I had people 2 days after miCHILIgan asked me if the registration was open for this year. I just love that people are so excited about it. I really am. Raffle ticket sales will be going out on August 1st, and we are planning a small little online event to possibly score some extra raffle tickets. So we're looking forward to that.
I think that covers most everything.
If you want more details that I may not have covered, we'll have that either on our YouTube, Facebook, or our website